course. She's originally from Texas. She's here for you guys tonight, so please make some noise. Come on, start making some noise. Make some noise for Jessica Alanis. Make some noise, you guys. Make some noise.
It's like a Britney Spears microphone. This is cute. I was about to climb up these couches. I couldn't see the steps. I was like, this is a house party. We're climbing on furniture. This is great. I love it. I don't want to confuse you guys. I'm not one of Amaya's friends, even though I'm the size of them. I'm not a junior cheerleader. I'm just a girl who didn't stop growing after 8th grade. That's just me. I love football. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be here for a fundraiser for football and cheerleading. I love it. I'm a big football fan. Anybody else? NFL football? Like it? Who are our teams? Who's your team?
Green Bay.
Green Bay? Raiders? Cowboy fan. Who's a Cowboy fan? I love Cowboy fans, dude. I'm not one, but I feel like me and Cowboy fans are like one and the same, dude. Because I'm also fiercely loyal to men who continuously disappoint me, so like, I get it. I get it. Because this year's different, right? This year's different. I love it. I'm excited to be here on a Friday night. I think we're all excited to not be at work right now, right? Like, anybody love their job?
Yeah.
You do? What do you do?
Iron worker.
A what?
Iron worker.
I don't know what do you mean? Like you make things? What is that?
Yeah, I build.
Alright, well.
Cars.
Is it cars or like... I'm just a girl, I don't know what that is. I don't know. I work in advertising, dude, and I hate my job. I hate it so much. It's like, they're so dumb. They try to create company culture by doing dumb shit all the time. Like right now they gave awards, like superlatives to people. They gave like best dressed, best happy hour coordinator, like most likely to steal snacks from the office, like stupid stuff. You know what they gave me? Most likely to leave the party last and best Mexican. I was like, is that not 2 awards for the same thing? Is that not the same thing, right? What? I was like, most likely to leave the party last. Like, I feel like you called me a hoe in HR. Like, I don't know what that means. And best Mexican? Like, how did I get that? Was it because I cleaned the microwave one day? Was that? If that's the case, dude, does Brenda, who complains to HR, did she get best white? I just want to know how we're giving out these awards. I want to be able to nominate the right people, you know? Best Karen. She should get something, right? It's so dumb, dude. I can't wait to quit. I want to quit my job, and my friends ask me, they're like, well, what are you going to do for money? And I'm like, well, I'm going to get residuals like actors do from all the guys that I've dated. Like, if you've seen me naked and thought about it after, babe, pay me. Pay me. I'm going to send you a Venmo. Like, if we've had sex and that's ever replayed in your head, I expect a Zelle coming in my bank account, right? Like imagine the nudes I send people who didn't delete it out of their phone. That would be a monthly residual coming in. Like, I feel like Apple would work with me on this, right? Like, I'll talk to Steve. He's done that. But yeah, no, I'm gonna do that. My friends were like, why don't you sell feet pics? That's like a hot market right now. And I'm like, yeah, but that's a lot of work. I don't want to find my like clientele. I don't want to do that. And they're like, well, we'll do it for you. And I was like, so like a pimp for my feet? Like a pata pimp? That's what you want? That's your new career move? I don't... Sure, why not? Let's try it out. I am Mexican, and I didn't realize so many people assumed I was white until I moved to LA. And I guess it's because I look entitled and like I say, let's skedaddle. But I'm not. I got here and people just started talking to me about yoga and their chakras. And I was like, did you mean chanclas? What are you talking about right now? Chakras? What? I said los feliz, and they were like, no babe, it's los feliz. Don't try so hard, because they don't care. I'm like, they is me, what? They don't care, I care, I don't know. I feel like, I've always thought I look Mexican. I'm like, I give off the vibe. Until I met LA Mexicans, and I was like, oh, I'm not Mexican. I'm white. Lo siento. Lo siento. I'm white. So I try hard, right? Like, so to lean into it because I want that street cred. So I wear my hair curly, I wear hoop earrings because that's the uniform, right? I like talk shit for no reason. I'm like, oh, you have a Prius? I didn't realize times were so hard. Just for fun. I even spent the night in jail once because I wanted to really immerse myself in the culture. Turns out it doesn't make you Mexican, it just makes you a disappointment. That's what that does, yeah. I spent the night in jail once. I got a DWI when I was in college. Anybody else been to Club Gen Pop? I really didn't think I'd be the only one in the crowd, but here we are. But I did, man. I got a DWI in college. And that shit was expensive, dude. I do not recommend college. If you can avoid it, don't do it, because I'm like, still paying for that mistake, my God. Jail, on the other hand, you learn a lot of lessons, and at the end, you live with a little headshot and you're on a VIP list. It's really great. It's nice, I got a DWI 20 days before my 21st birthday. Which puts a real damper on the whole, I can legally drink party you're about to have, right? I told my friends, I was like, I'm turning 21, let's go to Vegas. And they were like, yeah, before or after the court date. And I'm like, oh, damn it. Damn it. I don't know. I did just celebrate a birthday. I just turned 34. Fun. 33 was a hot number. 34 is like, what do you do? It's a weird number. But I did, and I don't mind it. I like getting older. I didn't realize, we all get older and you're like, my back hurts, man. But I went out with my friends and I was like, I'm still hot, I'm cute. And then I started to drop it low and it was looked like I was just checking to see what was in the oven. I'm like, this is it now? This is as far as we go? I don't like it. I think one of the benefits of getting older though is that when if you're lucky enough, your parents become your best friends. You're like, hey, you're cool now, you're not annoying. Well, I guess my mom, she's more like that friend that you don't see often, so you call and you're like, hey, we should hang out. And then 10 minutes in, you're like, fuck, I remember why we don't hang out. That's my mom. That's my mom. I love her, but I don't love her dating advice. Because her advice is Jessica, you're 34, just settle. Just settle. I'm like, that's not great. Most parents are like, shoot for the stars. And mine's like, shoot for mediocrity and just rest, right? That's the Mexican dream. She was like, well, don't settle, just lower your expectations, right? And I was like, that's not great. And we grew up religious, so she was like, well, maybe you should go to church. Find somebody there, go to church. And I'm like, if I went to church and saw a single man sitting in a pew by himself, I'd have questions. And the first one wouldn't be, hey, do you want my number, right? It'd be like, why are you here on a Sunday morning and not watching football? Or buying someone a plan B? How boring are you? I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't know, my friends too, they're like, well, Jessica, it's the guys you date. You date the wrong type of guy. You need to date a CEO, someone who drives a Tesla and knows the difference between affect and effect. I'm like, someone who can spell Wednesday without saying Wednesday. That's, doesn't sound exciting to me because the guys I date are ones who join the military to help pay for college. And by college, they mean child support. Ones who tell me they have a BMW to later clarify that they mean big Mexican weenie and not the vehicle. Those are my guys, Ones who drive old Honda Civics where the hood of the car is a different color than the rest of the car. That's my Mexican, that's me. I like that. I don't know, there's just something about a guy in a suit getting out of a nice car that I'm like, ew, obnoxious, that's too much. But a guy with a gold chain getting off the bus, I'm like, Mr. Economical, you're so cute. A guy asking me if he can borrow my car, I'm like, talk toxic to me, I love that. Here are the keys, babe. That's my kind of guy, I don't know. I think it's because I see the bright side in people. I'm optimistic about them, right? Jessica, he is a liar. I'm like, he's a creative writer, okay? He's an artist. They're like, he doesn't talk to anybody. I'm like, he is the strong and silent type? You just don't get it, babe, you don't get it. He has 5 girlfriends. I'm like, so he's good at multitasking and time management. That's a 5-star recruit, babe, okay? You just don't get the military. You don't get it. That's all it is, I don't know. Dating's always weird. Hinge is a weird app. I don't know if anybody on Hinge. I met a guy on Hinge and he was like, hey, just so you know, you and I are gonna date. And I was like, all right, cool. And then he canceled our date and proceeded to not talk to me again. And I was like, oh, we're gonna date? No, babe, we're gonna get married. You're just my type. Are you kidding me? Like, ignore me, like butter me up and then ignore me? Babe, I've already bought a dress. We're done. Done. Signed up. Oh, that's great. See more about me. As you can tell, I'm short. I'm pint size, which is great. I don't mind it. I just don't mind that no matter what I do, no one takes me seriously or like a threat. I'm just like, oh, cute when I walk in, right? And it's not fun. It's just like, pick you up and put you in my pocket, cute. And I don't like that. I don't like when I walk in a room, the first thing women tell me is, oh, you make me feel tall. I don't like that. I don't like that. Like, even if I tried to be mean and I'm like, I will punch you in the face. People are like, oh, Hot Pocket, what made you mad today? I'm like sad, and they're like, oh, do you need a hug, Build-A-Bear? Come here, you need a hug? I could like flip tables in here, and people would be like, hey, she just didn't nap today, okay? She just didn't take a nap or have grumpy snacks. It's not her fault. I once dated a guy, and I was like, babe, guess how much I love you? He said, how much? And I said, this much. He was like, well, that's not very much. I was like, you're a dick. Good to know how we're measuring things nowadays. Not very much. And it's inconvenient too, dude. Like, I can't wear baseball hats. Did you know that? Short people can't wear baseball hats? Exactly, dude, because they're meant to cover everything that's above you, right? But you know it's above me? Everybody. I already have to look up when I'm talking to people, but you throw a baseball hat on top of that, and I just look like a toddler who's lost in the grocery store. I'm like, where's my mom at? I can't find her. And like grocery stores, that's not a fun Sunday activity for me. That's like a strategic operation. I'm like, what time do they restock the shelves and what time can I get there so I can reach what I need? Otherwise, I'm like climbing on top of shit. Like, people think I work there. It's not fun. It's not a fun activity. It's inconvenient, and it also like seeps into other areas of my life. It's why I have an Android. If I have to live an inconvenient life, I'm gonna inconvenience others too. People are like, oh, I can't group text you. And I'm like, guess we gotta find another way. That's not my fault. It's also why I'm gonna get married on a Thursday, just so people have to take an extra day off of work. Just to be inconvenient. Like, I might be the last to leave a party, but my party's gonna start on Thursday, okay? So, that's all. All right, I gotta skedaddle, you guys. I'm Jessica Alanice. This has been fun.